Two Worlds, One Family by Dragon Translator. Chapter 57. Do not insult him. Hiccup dismounted Toothless as soon as the Night Fury landed. Sage and the Red Terror female met him, bowing. Beyond them, Hiccup could see Sharpshot squaring off against a Purple Terror he did not know. Several other terrors Hiccup did not recognize stood behind the Purple Terror. A line of terrors from the nest kept them from advancing towards Sharpshot or the unknown terror. Hiccup frowned, looking down at Sage. "What is going on?" "He challenged me to a duel over her, brother," Sharpshot said, glancing over his wing at the red female. Hiccup blinked as Toothless shot forward. A black wing blocked fire. Toothless snarled. Hiccup's eyes narrowed. He understood the Purple Terror issuing a challenge. Vikings duelled each other over many things, including two men wanting to court the same woman. Visitors to Berg found a rude awakening if they chose such a path. Women in the tribe had the right to refuse the outcome of a duel. Many did, especially if the winner annoyed the woman. A sharp strike to the head by the woman wielding a sword usually dissuaded even the most persistent duel winners. Hiccup walked forward, stopping beside Toothless. "A duel is one thing," he said, looking down at the Purple Terror. "A cheap shot while the duel is paused is another." The terror screeched something that had the dragons of the nest snarling. Toothless advanced upon the small dragon. Hiccup placed a hand upon his brother's shoulder, just under the wing joint. Toothless paused. "What did he say, Toothless?" Hiccup asked. "He called you and Sharpshot flameless, scaleless lizards." "I see," Hiccup said. He looked down at the terror, then knelt so he was closer to the dragon's height. "I don't really care what you call me," Hiccup began, keeping his tone pleasant, but hardened it to steel as he finished. "But never insult my brother." The terror jerked and snorted. He chittered something else. A loud squawk from the air answered him before Hiccup or Toothless could. Hiccup looked up as the yellow male Nada and the female they rescued from Outcast Island landed. To Hiccup's surprise, the male Nada stood over the terror, leaning down, snarling something that had Toothless sitting up, ears straight and a smirk covering his muzzle. The terror looked up at the Nada. "What did he say?" Hiccup asked Toothless. "I told him to not insult you, or I would answer his breach of civility laws and remove his wings," the male Nada said. Hiccup blinked, but he heard Astrid chuckle. He refused to glance back, knowing he would see her grinning. He instead tilted his head at the male Nada. The male chittered and tipped his head. "My intended sister has told me all that you have accomplished, and how the humans of this nest welcome dragons into their territory, even into their dens. I apologize again for my words and actions, Alpha of this nest." Hiccup smiled. "Thank you," he said. He looked over his shoulder at his terror brother. "Sharpshot, do you want to continue?" "Alpha," Sage said, "the duel is voided." Hiccup looked over at her. "Why?" "I reject the visiting male, Alpha," the red female said. "I have loved your brother since I was a youngling, just learning my way." Sharpshot chittered. Hiccup noted his terror brother shaking his head as if he had heard the female wrong. Thankfully, Toothless refrained from saying anything. "And the male has shown no honour in attacking when the duel is paused upon your arrival," Sage said, "and shown less sense in insulting the alpha of the nest he and his flock are visiting." The last part was said with the terror elder glaring at the purple male. Hiccup heard a screech. He felt Toothless shift. A wing curled around him. Many dragons snarled, and sound of something being stepped on echoed in the den. The wing pulled up and away. Hiccup's eyes widened. The male Nada had the purple male squashed into the grass. The male wings flailed. His paws gouged the dirt. "Let him up!" Hiccup cried. "He tried to flame you, brother." Toothless snarled. "He still needs to breathe," Hiccup said frantically. The male Nada grunted but lifted his leg. The male terror drunkenly moved away and fell onto his belly. Hiccup rushed over, scooping the male up. He mounted Toothless. "Go to Gothies!" "Brother?" Toothless questioned. "He was wrong, but that doesn't mean he should be harmed like that," Hiccup said. He looked at the Nada. "Thank you for trying to protect me, though. Now, Toothless, go to Gothies. Sharp shot. You and your intended follow us." Toothless grunted but flared his wings. He bounced into the air and banked for the village. Hiccup heard several dragons taking off and following them. He kept his focus upon the terror in his arms. He knew the male was wrong. Even if a duel went against a challenger, attacking someone not in the duel or attacking the other participant after the duel ended was wrong. He still did not enjoy seeing the male trying to frantically get the Nada's paw off of him. "Astrid?" Stormfly began as Toothless took to the air, all the terrors following. "We'll catch up." Astrid tossed over her shoulder before moving to stand in front of the yellow Nada. "You stomped that male terror flat," she said. "He intended to attack the alpha of the nest," the male said, looking from his intended to Stormfly, then to Windwalker, then to Winddancer, and finally staring at Astrid. "The alpha directed you and the other female to rescue my love, and allowed me to rest here with her, even though I broke civility laws upon meeting him. I am confused. Was I wrong to step on the tiny fang?" "No," Astrid said, smiling. "You acted to protect Hiccup." She looked towards Burke. "He sees the good in most people, and dragons. When we still fought dragons, he was the one to see a friend instead of a devil in Toothless." She looked back to the Nada. "Hiccup will get Gothi to treat that male terror, not because he thinks the male is right, but because he cannot stand to see a dragon in pain." "But the others say he killed that monster of a queen." "None on Burke, Hiccup included, see her as being a dragon," Astrid explained. "Not now that we know the dragons and can learn more about them from those in the nest. I believe all the dragons in the nest call her monster instead of dragon, so even they do not see her as a dragon." "We don't," Windwalker said, "now that we have an alpha worthy of the title, and us elders can teach as we are supposed to. We know that she had lost what it meant to be a dragon long ago." "See?" Astrid said, gesturing to Winddancer. She then looked back to the male Nada. "While Hiccup will fight to defend and will kill if he has to, he does not enjoy seeing a dragon in pain." She crossed her arms over her chest. "I, however, think you should have squashed the coward flatter." The male Nada chittered, his head turning left and right as he looked at her, with one eye and then the other. "Hiccup is mine," Astrid declared. "I will do everything I can to keep him safe." The male chittered again. "I understand," he said. He looked at his intended. "I feel the same way about her." "Which is why I understood your actions the day we met, after we found out she was taken," Astrid said. "Hiccup told you it would be my decision if you could stay. After that stunt," she paused and smiled, "I have no objections." With that she turned and climbed into Stormfly's saddle. She looked to Windwalker and Winddancer. "Either of you coming?" she asked. "I will follow," Windwalker said. "I will remain. I have a feeling I will be speaking with him some more," Winddancer said, pointing to the male Nada with a wingtip. Astrid nodded and tapped Stormfly's side gently. Stormfly's wings flared and she rose into the air. Windwalker followed, and both dragons headed for the village. End of chapter. Hi guys, hope you enjoyed that one. I like that one. A lot of fun. Oh, wow. I love that bit at the end with Astrid where she's flexing her muscles as the future queen, Lady Alpha of the Nest. She proves why she's got Hiccup's back. She's not just blindly agreeing with him, because as she said, she wanted the guy to stomp the other guy flatter. And just like, you hurt my boy, prepare to die. And I'm just like, I kind of stand that energy. Hiccup and Astrid, said it once, I say it again, love these two to pieces. And I like that the male nerd is coming around, and I get that he was immature when he threatened Astrid, because, well, yeah, his lady love was taken by humans. I can understand why he was freaking out. Anyway, you guys know the drill. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Have a good day, night, whatever time zone you're in. Bye, my guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I'll see you in another video. Take care.